Welcome everybody. My name is Janice and I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is my very first YouTube video. Wow, I'm just gonna let that sink in for myself because this has been long overdue. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself for actually going through with it. And those of you that know me personally know that I am one, very camera shy. Two, I'm very awkward socially and otherly's awkward. And number three, this is a general one. So the reason I was holding off on making a YouTube channel is because I felt like an imposter. Imposter syndrome is real, everybody. It's real. And for those of you that might not know what that means, it's just an overwhelming feeling of not feeling good enough, or like your abilities and what you have to offer is actually good enough, like it's useful and somebody wants to learn and use what you have to say. So I felt like a fraud also, and some people also define it as feeling like a fraud. And I can now finally, alas, sitting here say to you that I no longer think that that is true. I am going to share what my experience has been like, and I hope that in me sharing it is helpful to at least one person. That's how I had to convince myself to sit right here and speak to to my camera, is do it for the one, Janice. That's going to be my motto throughout my journey on YouTube, is do it for the one. Even if it's just for one person, do it for the one. I really do enjoy helping people, so hopefully I can actually be successful at that. So if you are watching this channel or this video, you are interested in teaching abroad or just opportunities abroad. There are many opportunities abroad. Coming from South Africa, that's where I am from. I am from South Africa, but I have had time in the USA as an au pair, and now I am in South Korea as an English teacher with the EPIC program. And EPIC stands for English Program in Korea. If you would like to have more information on my time in the USA as an au pair, if you know somebody that's interested, or you yourself might be considering moving abroad to the USA, let me know and I can make a short video on my time and my travels and how to apply, and if you are eligible to apply, all of that in my next video. And if you are here because you are particularly interested in teaching, then I will have a plethora of information to share with you in this regard. So just a little bit about how I got here. It was an arduous process, everybody, really a lot, but hopefully that does not discourage you. If there's something that you truly want to do, you can do it. I'm gonna help you get to the other side of the border. Okay, so I was in the US in 2018 and 19. I left in 2017 and went back to South Africa at the end of 2019. And while I was nearing the end of my time in the USA, I was looking for more opportunities to travel and to just explore a different part of the world that I've never been to. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she mentioned teaching in South Korea, and that was something that I never heard about. I didn't know anything about South Korea at that point, or teaching for that matter. So I was very interested, one, because I already had experience working with children in different capacities or different settings, so I knew it was something that I would be comfortable doing. And so I applied in 2019. Shout out to my sister Jade, I love you, and my dad and my whole family, because they did all the heavy lifting for me. I was in America, I couldn't really do much, so I handed the baton over to my sister and I was like, please help me get all of these things that I need. I'm thinking of going to South Korea and I'm thinking of leaving in April. I'm not even in South Africa yet, so I could only imagine what they were thinking, like, why does she hate us? We don't even have you back yet and you want to leave already? So she was very helpful through the process. So initially I planned to leave South Africa in April of 2020. However, we were hit by the pandemic, and I couldn't leave. But let me just share my timeline with you, my recollection of my timeline. I actually should have written down some notes so I don't go off track, but to the best of my abilities, let me try and remember. So 2019 was when I started the application process for the English program in Korea, the EPIC program, and a friend of mine recommended that I go with an agency, and the agency that I chose was Gold Key Education. They were well reputable, and they've already sent so many. They work specifically with South Africans that want to go to South Korea, so that was another bonus. And once I started working with them, they were actually very helpful and insightful and were able to calm my nerves. And so yes, if you are in South Africa and you are a fresh graduate and you're thinking what's my next move, and you are interested in teaching in Korea, you can contact Cliff and Yanok. They have a website, Gold Key Education. I will try and link it. This is my first video, so bear with me if I don't make it. But I will by all means try to link that for you. And yeah, so I started the filling out forms in 2019. All my documents had to be submitted and everything before the end of the year. So I think I started, everything had to be done by August, because that's when the spring intake applications start in August. So I started, I had everything by the end of August, sent in all my documents, and had my interview in November, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure I had my interview in November, and the interview was very good. If you would like, I am going to share some interview questions and how you can go about answering them, because I know that the questioning process and the interviewing has changed from 2019 when I interviewed to now. The process is a little bit more rigorous, so I did a bit of research and I asked some people from this intake that's coming in, the spring intake, just to share some questions, and then I will be happy to share them with you. If you need them, just let me know and then I can do that for you. Once I passed my interview, it was just a waiting process. I think, yeah, it's like when you are applying for this process, be patient, like have a lot of patience, because it does take a while. It takes about roughly 6 months, give or take, but for me it took longer than that because of the pandemic. So once you have your documents sent in and you've passed your interview, the next process is your contract, and then from your contract, your visa, and then that's pretty much it from my recollection. But of course, in April 2020, that's when the virus had just spread and we were on lockdown in South Africa from March. So I knew that coming was not an option. So we were deferred to the August 2020 intake to see if things clear up and get a bit better, but of course that didn't happen. So then I was deferred again to April 2021, but I did not make it to the plane. And what was so sad is I had my contract in my hand this time. I signed it and everything. I was just about to send it, and then they were not issuing. South Korea government decided they are not issuing any new visas to South Africans and the citizens from UK, and it was very sad. So more waiting for me, but luckily I didn't give up. I knew it was something that I really wanted to do. So in August 2020 is when I finally arrived in South Korea. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. So it took quite some time, but I am very grateful that I'm here. And for those of you that need a little bit more insight, or there's questions that you have that I haven't answered, or that something that you are really keen on knowing, please let me know. This is just like a general overview. I can go more into specific details a bit later. And people that have really inspired me actually to make this channel also. Letty maps the world. I want to give her a shout out because she's so nice, and she's part of my intake. Yay! So she's very helpful. Her videos are so insightful and informative, so please check her out. And then also Palesa Jonas, she's also really amazing. Please check her out. And then Buhle Mbola, yes, please check her out as well. Like, these are all channels that inspired me and helped me also make it to South Korea. And I am confident that I can do the same for you guys. So please do let me know what you would like to hear from me, or what I can touch on a little bit more, go into more specific details with you. On the next video, I plan to share the questions, go through the epic interview questions with you. Your first step is getting the agency, and then it's preparing for the interview. Okay, and then once we've covered that, then we can move on to the next step, which is, oh yay, you've made your interview, congratulations. And then it's getting your documents sent and everything, and then it's what to pack, which is such an exciting thing to do if you're leaving the country for the very first time. I can give you a little bit of information on that, and then we can get to the part of you actually teaching. Okay, so I teach at an all-girls high school in what Korea considered rural Korea. Like, it's not like South Africa rural, but yeah, I'm in the countryside of Korea, and I teach at an all-girls high school, and my school is relatively small, but so far I've really enjoyed my time with my girls, and I have very good working relationships with my co-teachers, and the staff members at my school are very nice and accommodating. So I've had somewhat of a smooth transition into the work-life environment. The social life environment was a smooth but steady process. And yeah, I can also touch more on that on later videos. But yeah, please do let me know in the comment box below what you would like to see from me. I am just going to share what I think is important. This video was a little bit all over the place. In the next video, I will be a little bit more structured and have like notes, so I can read off notes. This was more impromptu because I want to hold myself accountable and actually do the things that I say that I'm going to do this year, which is one, start this channel. So thank you for tuning into my YouTube video. If you've made it this far, no pressure. You can like and subscribe, no pressure though. Or you can come back next week or whenever I post another video and see if what I have to offer helps you. Yeah, I hope that you all have a very good day wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to the next video. Bye everyone.